morning, everyone. It's actually afternoon. It's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It is Monday and I am home today. Yay! Happy President's Day to everyone. I slept in, of course. I am apparently the queen of sleeping in these days. So I got up just a little while ago, had to do the makeup. Because I'm just not feeling 100% lately. So when you look better, you feel better, right? That's a motto I've heard, and I try to stick with that on occasion. I have like on all pastels today. Oh, except the nails, but I've got nice super light lip color today. Anyway, so I haven't had anything to eat yet today. I wanted to have this muscle milk, and I froze it a little too much, so it's still thawing. I will probably have this in about half an hour. Muscle milk, 1 Smart Point. In the meantime, I am enjoying a 0 Smart Point cup of coffee. I have 1 tablespoon of fat-free half and half for 0, and 1 tablespoon of sugar-free hazelnut creamer for 0. So 0 Smart Point cup of coffee. In the works today, we are going to lunch with Eddie's mom to a shrimp house. Shrimp! I've been craving shrimp for some crazy reason. Seafood in general, maybe. Anyway, I have not looked up the menu yet for this restaurant, so I need to do that soon. But I have been here before, so I know what they have, and they have a lot of good options. Number one, I know they have a really good shrimp salad. And when I say good, I mean this shrimp salad, the entire top layer is covered with shrimp. Covered. It's super good. And shrimp, of course, is very low in points. So that will be a good points value. And I think I may have a cup of the red clam chowder because that's also very good and lower in points than creamy white clam chowder. But I am going to look at the menu. They have a really good coconut shrimp, like huge, big, I think fried coconut shrimp. So I'm gonna look at that, but I probably won't have that because I really don't want anything fried right now. To tell you the truth, I've been really down on myself the last couple days about my food choices and just the way I've been eating and not really just eating when I'm not hungry, just eating to eat, binging really. Points be damned, you know, my points are out of control and I haven't even tracked all of them. So that's like so unlike me. I always track everything. So I'm feeling really down about my eating. And honestly, I'm feeling really down about everything in general right now. I do have problems with depression. I have had depression off and on since probably since high school. So I do feel, I can feel it coming on. And that's not good. I was putting my contacts in this morning and my eye burned a little bit, so you know it watered up a little bit, and then the next thing I know I was crying like flat out crying for no reason. So, and I'm gonna tear up right now anyway, I'm feeling down and there's no reason for it, so that's how I know it's depression. Hang on, I gotta get a hold of myself. I haven't been on medication for a year, and I don't want to go there. So I just don't want to go there. So I need to get a handle on it. I need to get a hold of myself and just pick myself up and start living life. You know, it's not like I'm not enjoying myself. I'm not out doing things. I'm going to work, but my motivation is low. My house is kind of a disaster. I never feel like cleaning up the house, so I guess that's nothing new, but I need to clean right now. The motivation is low. I'm feeling down, and I need to do something about it so that it doesn't get out of control. So yeah, the plan today is to go to lunch with Eddie's mom, and then I asked Eddie if he would go sit in the sauna with me at the gym because I totally missed my workout this morning. I was supposed to work out at 7:30 and I didn't want to get up. I was supposed to go to Disneyland with Eddie and I didn't want to go. I'm just in a funk. So I don't think I'm going to work out when we go to the gym, but I just want to sit in the sauna and relax. It sounds really, really nice to me right now. So I asked him if he would do that. We will probably do that after lunch. And then I'm just gonna come home and like try to clean and be productive and work on my planner, figure out what I'm doing for the week, because it's empty. You know, this is not what my planner looks like, if you know. This is what my planner looks like. So I need to plan my week and figure out what I'm doing and get myself motivated to do something productive. If that works out, I may do a little more latch hook tonight. I know, crazy, crazy. Julie living life on the edge, sitting home like a grandma doing latch hook. I do have 4 grandkids, if you didn't know that, and I bet you didn't. So I am a grandma, and this grandma might do some latch hook tonight. But first, I do need to do some productive things. I just wanted to share with you that, my Weight Watchers journey right now is definitely not 100%, like far from it. And I hope to change that. So I'm working to do that. I'm gonna make some good choices today and hopefully come at you guys with some different foods, at least some plan-friendly foods. I mean, come on, Julie. Come on, Julie. I'll try to do some meal prep later today and show you a little bit of that. It's gonna be my lunch, so it'll probably be the same old stuff, but yeah, that's my day. Let's shape it up to be a good one. Talk to you guys later. Hey Eddie, what would you like to show our friends? So we just got back from the shrimp place and
Shrimp house.
Shrimp house. Because it's a home that serves shrimp as opposed to a shrimp place. I did not have time to look at the menu beforehand, so I was very, very careful. I looked at everything they had to offer. What did I feel like? And I chose what I told you I was gonna have anyway, which was the shrimp salad and the cup of red clam chowder. It was delicious. I had 2 glasses of wine and now we are on our way to go sit in the sauna. Why are we sitting in the sauna? For detox purposes? No. For weight loss purposes? No. To relax? Yes. Just to relax.
That doesn't sound very relaxing.
I don't think it's going to be relaxing for Eddie, but I was hoping that it would be relaxing and calming for me, and I asked Eddie to go with me, and he's going to go. So this is a co-ed sauna.
I have no choice. It's on the way home.
It's on the way home. He has clothes. There's no reason to say no, right?
No.
It's a co-ed sauna, so we can both sit there together versus the ones that are in the men's room and the ones that are in the ladies' room.
Some people are going to sweat and some people will not.
I will sweat because Eddie has kidney problems. He will not sweat. He will just sit and suffer. But is it relaxing for you, Eddie?
No.
No, it's just hot for him. Anyway, Eddie's being a good husband and he's doing things for his wife. So that's what's going on here.
Eddie does things for his wife all the time. I'm waiting for the wife to do things for Eddie.
Bye.
A blonde walks into a building and she says, "I want a large order of French fries, a Big Mac, and a double-sized drink." And the lady says, "Ma'am, this is a library." And then she says, "I'll have a Big Mac, a large order of fries, and a jumbo Coke."
So we just got done with 20 minutes in the sauna so far. How do you feel, Eddie?
All right. How do you feel?
Sweaty. Notice how much I sweat
Yeah, I know you're soaked.
versus how much Eddie sweats?
Nothing. You're dripping sweat on me.
Nothing. 30 minutes, done. Okay guys, so I've meal prepped as much as I can for my next 4 days at work. Today was a holiday, so I only have 4 days to prepare breakfast, lunch, and snack for work. So first I'm going to show you my favorite breakfast, which is oatmeal, of course. I'm going to take oatmeal on 2 days of the week. So first of all, what I put in my oatmeal, the basis is this is just simple, all natural, old-fashioned oats. 1/4 cup is 2 smart points. Then I use 1/2 a cup of the almond milk for 0 smart points. I also use a 1/2 cup water. I use 2 packets of sweetener for 0 smart points. And then something new I'm trying, I would like to use more, but I only had a tablespoon to use in each of the containers. So I added a tablespoon of the all whites egg substitute for 0 smart points. Someone told me that it makes oatmeal creamier, and of course it adds protein. So I just had a little bit to try. Next week I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup to each of my jars. So I added 1 tablespoon to each of these jars for 0 smart points. And then for each of the different flavors, this is my favorite flavor, the peanut butter banana. So in this one, in addition to all of those ingredients, I also added 2 tablespoons of PB2, which is 1 smart point. And then when I'm at work and I heat it up, I will also add a banana for 0 smart points. So that makes this jar 2 for the oatmeal and 1 for the PB2, 3 smart points for the oatmeal, and it should fill it all the way up to the top of this 2-cup jar. The other flavor I really like is pumpkin spice. So for the pumpkin spice oatmeal, in addition to all of these ingredients, I also added 1 tablespoon of raisins for 1 smart point. And I added a 1/4 cup of pureed pumpkin for 0 smart points, and then 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. So that is what's in the pumpkin spice oatmeal. That one is already almost to the top. So when it cooks up, it will probably be a full jar as well. And that is just 2 smart points for the oatmeal and 1 for the raisins. So also this one is 3 smart points. So 3 smart points for 2 cups of oatmeal is a really good deal, and I am loving it.
I'm loving it.
So I have the rest of, this is like a huge can of pumpkin. So I actually bagged the rest in 1/4 cup portions to just put in the freezer, and then I'll use them as I make my oatmeals. So the next thing I'll be having for breakfast this week are the egg burritos that I made previously. These are both made with 1 of the Olay Extreme Wellness Wraps for 1 smart point, and then a 1/4 cup of all whites, this same all whites egg substitute, 1/4 cup for 0 smart points. There's 4 slices of Oscar Mayer turkey, and then a mixture of bell pepper, onions, salsa, and tomatoes. So each of these egg wraps is 1 smart point. They're pretty big and they're fairly filling. I was having problems with them being soggy when I heat them up. So this week I'm going to try defrosting them in the refrigerator overnight. And then when I get to work, I'm gonna wrap them in paper towel, and then hopefully they won't be as soggy. Next time I make them, I'm not going to put vegetables or salsa in them. So I'm having these 2 egg wraps on 2 separate breakfasts, and each of those are 1 smart points. On the days I have the egg wraps, I will also have a muscle milk, which is 1 smart point. So that will be a 2 smart point breakfast. Moving on to my lunches, I cannot make my wraps ahead of time, so all I need to make for lunches are my soups. I actually have 3 soups already made. They are frosty because they have been in the freezer. So I have 2 of the roasted carrot soups left over. The roasted carrot soups are 1 smart point per cup, and then I have 1 more of my pumpkin sweet potato soup, which is 2 points for 1 cup. And I was actually able to freeze these. I was worried that they wouldn't last if I didn't put them in the freezer. So what I did is I just took the lids off of the jars and placed them in the freezer. They did rise a bit. They didn't go higher than the mouth of the jar. So once they were frozen, I was able to put the lid back on. So I always worry that the glass is gonna break in the freezer, but I guess if you just take the lid off and freeze it and then put the lid back on, it should be fine. So I will defrost these as I need them for the week. And then I also need one more day of soup. So I have 2 of these jars of the fire roasted diced tomatoes. These are so good, and I think they taste great just by themselves. So I'm going to heat them up and eat them as a soup for lunch on a couple days. So this 1 can made 2 containers, and I'll just keep whatever I have left over in the fridge. So those are my soups for the week. I like to have a wrap with a soup for lunch. And then my snacks are here. I cut up some cantaloupe, some leftover cantaloupe I had. So I've got those for a couple days worth of snacks. I will be doing the Greek, Light and Fit Greek yogurt. Each of these are 2 smart points. And then I made some of this sugar-free Jell-O to have on a few days. And the sugar-free Jell-O is 0 smart points. So that is what I can meal prep for breakfast, lunch, and snack for this week so far. I don't know if you guys remember that soup that I made on Friday, but it was so good that I have literally been craving it ever since I made it on Friday. So I'm going to make it again tonight. Tonight, however, I need something a little lighter because I had a late lunch, so I just want a very light soup. So tonight my goal is to make it, it's gonna be a little brothier or a little thinner, I guess I should say. And so I'm also going to make it less smart points. So the soup that I made on Friday had 6 smart points, and I believe it was for an even 2 cups of that kind of thick creamy rice porridge. So today I'm going to try and make 2 cups worth again, but I'm going to reduce the smart points to 2 smart points. So here's the ingredients. First of all, we're gonna start with the rice. Last time I used a 1/4 cup of rice. The 1/4 cup of raw rice is 5 smart points. And tonight I'm just going to use 2 tablespoons worth. So 2 tablespoons of dry raw rice is only 2 smart points. So I'm going to use the rice for 2 smart points. I'm going to use, last time I used the miso soup for flavoring, and this time I'm going to use this can of chicken broth. This is the 99% fat-free chicken broth, so it's going to be 0 smart points. So that's what's in there, is chicken broth with water for 0 smart points. And then again, I'm using the same egg whites. So 1/3 cup of this all whites is 0 smart points. There's my 1/3 cup of egg whites there. And then the last thing I'm going to use is as many green onions as I have left. So I'm going to dice those up and add them. So this should be a 2 smart point cup of rice porridge this time. I hope it turns out good. I know it's going to be thinner, and actually that's the way I want it because I'm not super hungry. So I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so the consistency on this batch is totally not the same. Not at all. It looked really good when I added the egg whites, and then I added more liquid because I wanted it thinner, and it just like fell apart. So I think whatever you do, add the egg whites at the very end, because that's like the secret ingredient. When I added the egg whites, it instantly became super creamy and yummy. And then I added some extra liquid, and too much liquid just kind of made it like break apart again. So add the egg whites at the very end when you have as much liquid, as much soup as you want. This is what I have for dinner tonight. This is 2 cups, and it is 2 smart points. So not bad for dinner. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be filling enough because I'm not super hungry. But I definitely need to work on this some more, and I definitely will. You guys are going to see this again in future videos because I loved the first batch so much. I want to perfect the smart points. I want to make it as low as I can. So this is it for me for dinner tonight. This is 2 smart points, and I'm having 2 glasses of wine for 14 smart points.